Hey guys, what's up? This is JRP77 with JGN Games, and I'm going to be doing a new series today, and I'm going to be doing game asset creation. Now, people think that game asset creation is modeling, putting in the game, and that's it. But it's actually a little more complex than that. You have to make it look like, you have to appeal to your game, and so that's what we're going to do. For this tutorial series, I'm going to be using Blender and Photoshop, MeshLab, and then Unity 5, which released today. That is why I'm doing this game asset creation, is because they have just made it to where we have all these new Unity features with materials and stuff like that that we would not have had before. So I'm going to show you guys and learn in the process how making these materials like back here and the couch and the pillow and also and applying them to your model. So to start off for this tutorial series, I've decided a chess piece would be pretty fun to make, and I might make a chessboard too. So we're going to model a chess piece. Now I found this on the internet. It's just a simple chess piece, and I think this would be fun because it's the most common to model this for. I don't know, using it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's open Blender. I've already got it open, and I've already got it set. Oh, I don't. So we are going to go into here. If you've never used Blender before, it is a freeware modeling software. It is an amazing software. It basically does what After Effects, Maya, and all those really, it's an all-in-one software. It does video editing, it does modeling, it does animation, it does simulation, it does a ton of stuff, and it's a free software, and I'll put a download link in the bottom right corner. Now I'm using the newest version, 2.73. We're going to be using the Blender renderer too. So to start off, I'm going to go put my image in here by clicking on this background images in this bar right here. Also, I just don't want to have to do this. I have a different forget which one's though. So you can actually change how it looks. I have Elysian right now, but some people like Hexagon, some people like Science Lab, some people like Soft Image, some people like the Ubuntu Ambience. I personally think it looks ugly, no offense. But I'm using Elysian. Yours is going to look a ton different. No worries. This is how Blender you can make it look. So I'm going to go back to Elysian. And so now I'm going to add in my background images. So in this sidebar right here, which you can get rid of by hitting N, I'm going to go to background images, open. I'm going to go to my downloads, and I believe it is, I don't know where it is. It's this one right here. So now you'll see you got this image in here. And another thing is, if you're on a Mac, or a Mac laptop, here's what I suggest you do. I suggest you go into the preferences by hitting Command comma, going to Input, and selecting Emulate Numpad, and select with left, since that if you don't have a right button mouse. So that makes it a little bit easier, and yeah, that's really all you need. I'm going to see if I can find something right now. Okay, I can't find it. So now that I've got that, now that I've shown you guys that, let's start modeling this. So we do not want to use the cube, because the cube, if you've seen chess pieces before, which I'm sure you guys have, I'm also deleting the camera and the lamp because we do not need those. They're not squarish most of the time. They're mostly round. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete the cube by hitting X. Sadly, it's not delete, but people who made it thought it was inferior. So we're going to just select a circle mesh. Or circle, whatever they call it. Now we're going to position this where we want to start modeling. Now I want to start modeling right at the base of this reference image. And that's the nice thing about Unity, is that we can actually use the reference images to make the piece to model, which is really nice. So now we're going to scale this up. Now there's a problem with this image, and it's just a problem you can work around. It's not that difficult to work around, but the piece is not a perfect side shot. So since I want to make it perfect as I can, there's this image too. You can use that. I personally like using that perspective image. A, it looks cooler. B, I like cool images like that. So I'm just going to use this. So now we've scaled this up to the size like this. We're going to hit tab. Now all we're doing in this, we're not doing any just all vertices. We're only going to use these vertices right here. Now I'm going to hit E for extrude. I'm going to make sure I lock to the Z axis by hitting Z and going up. Then I'm going to extrude again and go up to where I think I should. Well, first I need to. I'm going to escape. I'm going to redo that by going up just a tad like that and scaling up to the base size and moving it down. Then extruding up. Then extruding again. And then scaling it down right here. And then extruding again. Going up to here. This is not going to be a perfect model. This is just to show you how asset creation works. So we're going to keep extruding. All I'm using is the Extrude Tool. I'm not using any other tool than that. Now we're going to extrude again. Make sure you lock to the Z axis because that can actually mess up your model. Now we're going to extrude again. Believe me, I've had it happen to me. It's screwed up my model and I had to start all over again. So now we're going to keep going. I'm going to go up to about right here and then scale. And we want this curve right here because that's like something, if you saw a chess piece, that's what you'd recognize. You'd notice that it's curved at the top, not square. So we're going to scale this down once more and move it down by hitting G and Z or using the arrows, but I personally like G and Z. Like that. Then extrude again on the Z and scale again. And then scale, oh goodness, and scale up like this. Then we're going to extrude just a tad like that so we can get this ring right here. We're going to scale up to the size of what we think the ring should look like. Go up again, scale. Not on the, I just want to scale like that. Wow, that turned out way better than last time. But you'll notice that a chess piece doesn't have holes in it, and you can see we actually look right through it. Which would be cool if you were making a telescope or something. I mean, I guess you could scale it out on the Z-axis. Oh wow, that actually looks really cool. I might actually use that now. That looks really cool. Yeah, but yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that. I freaked out. It's with Unity 5 and everything coming out today. It's pretty exciting. Now I'm leaving at the ball on the top for now because I want to make it a different shape. So now that we've got this, I'm going to hit tab. Now you notice we have these two errors. We have an error at the top and we have an error at the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in and we're going to option click on one of these vertices right here. Then we're going to hit F so that we complete the face. Now we're going to go down to the bottom and do the exact same process. Click on one of the vertices and hit F. Now just so that we're sure that this is how we want it to look, we're going to hit A twice so that we select everything. Then we're going to go shadings and UV and hit recalculate. Just so we can make sure our normals are correct. Now we are going to do the top part. So we're going to hit Shift A and add a UV sphere. Now there's two ways you can add in this sphere to the same object. You can either, if you make sure you are out of object mode, and I'm going between object and edit mode, if I haven't said it already, it's by hitting the tab key. Now, if you want to make an object part of this object, so let's say the cube, then we can do that by just adding an object in here by hitting Shift A and then going to UV sphere. Or we can add it as another thing, and I'm just going to add it in edit mode just because we're going to be UV unwrapping this later, so we want it to look good. So we're going to hit 1, and I'm just going to move this up to the top to where it kind of lines up Not exactly. It does not need to exactly line up. But that actually looks really good. So now we've got this. You'll notice a chess piece is not blocky usually. At least not mine. So we are going to be using we're gonna give it some more vertices. Now right now it has 1,000. Now this is something you would want to use in your game, but if we smooth this, because most chess pieces are smooth, it becomes really blocky. So we're gonna hit flat, and we are going to hit tab, hit A twice, and we are going to go to tools, and then go to subdivide. Yes, just one subdivide. Let's see how that looks. Still kind of blocky, so let's hit A again and hit subdivide again. And notice it looks too blocky. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go back to this, and so if you want to do that, you can. But a better way to do this is doing subdivision surface, hitting 2, and then hitting smooth. That makes it even subdivisions, and it looks really sharp. But we've got a problem. Our problem is we have 65,000 vertices. 65,000 vertices is a huge file, and we can't use something that big in our game because it will slow down the game tremendously. So, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to save this Blender file by hitting Command S. And I'm going to go to Desktop and create a new folder called Tutorial. I'm going to save it in here as chess piece. And hit save Blender file because I don't want to lose anything. Now that we've got this, we need to retopo it. And that's what we're going to be covering in our next video, is how to retopologize, which is make this go from 65,000 vertices to, let's say, 1,000. So thanks for watching this tutorial, guys. I hope to be making that next tutorial soon. So yeah, stick around and we'll continue with asset creation. So stick around.